I'm Brian T. Smith, U.S. sports writer for talkSPORT. Welcome to talkSPORT's End Zone YouTube page. Patrick Mahomes is on a better career pace than Tom Brady. So no matter what happens during the upcoming 2024 NFL season, Mahomes is already a near lock for the Pro Football Hall of Fame and owns 3 Super Bowl rings that can't be taken away.
I think it's always hard and at times can be unfair to the person you're comparing to the greatest of all time. But at the same time, when you look at Patrick Mahomes, I think you look at the way that he's played since he became a starter, because when you look at Tom Brady's career, Tom Brady wasn't Tom Brady as we know him until 4 or 5 years into his career, where he just kind of started to take off and become the GOAT. So Patrick Mahomes has already had tremendous success, just playing the position at such a young age. So that's the first thing that you go, okay, he's ahead of the curve from that perspective, winning MVPs and playing at a level and just having the physical ability that has been very rare in our league, in the history of our league. And so you put all that together and then you couple it with the fact that he's won 3 Super Bowls. And I think that's the part where you kind of go, okay, I think we can start making comparisons.
The Kansas City Chiefs are eyeing a historic trophy three-peat, hoping to become the first team in NFL history to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls. Dak Prescott, Jared Goff, and Brock Purdy are hoping to get in Mahomes' way in the NFC. The climb back to the top of the AFC is even tougher. Baltimore, Buffalo, Miami, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Houston all recorded at least 10 wins last season and are hoping to knock off the back-to-back Chiefs this year. Here is talkSPORT's look at the 5 AFC quarterbacks most likely to dethrone Mahomes in 2024. Number 5, the old guy, Aaron Rodgers. Counting against Rodgers is the fact that he's 40 years old and barely played last season. In his corner, 4 NFL MVPs, 1 Super Bowl trophy, 10 Pro Bowl selections, and one of the best arms in NFL history.
With Aaron, I obviously got to share the locker room with him and play alongside him for the past 6 years and everything. And just seeing how he carries himself and how he may say things that from society you're not supposed to say, or just it's against the grain. But it's the fact that he's standing on his word and telling his truth and believing in it and not caring about the repercussions is inspiring because it's allowing me to feel more comfortable in expressing myself, being myself. And the more that we are able to fully be who we are and not try to mask it or try to hide our personality or our interests or our thoughts is when we're able to maximize our full potential, not only just from an on the field standpoint or from an athletic standpoint, but just from a life standpoint too, of just exploring and growing and just continue to be better.
The Jets were one of the most disappointing teams in the league last year. This season is supposed to be completely different, with a healed Rodgers having a ton to prove and doing it during an election year.
It's unbelievable, man. Just not just being 20 years, but just the caliber guy he got and the talent that he got is unbelievable, man. Just going against a guy who's eventually going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback and a Hall of Fame football player. To watch his work ethic, to watch the things that he do, how he carries himself, how he treat people, has been an unbelievable experience for not just me, but all the guys that's in this organization and in the locker room. So he's an unbelievable person, man. Like, you see the crazy stuff that media says and the picture that they try to paint of him, but knowing him personally, man, knowing him every single day, first of all, to see how hard he worked and how much he loved the sport, how much he loved to win, and not only just win like from self-gratification, but win as a team. He want to see the offense win. He want to see defense win. He want to see O-linemen win. He want to see receivers win. He want to see the running back win. And he just want to see everybody in the best position for himself, but just everybody on self-gratification of happiness and stuff like that. So him as a person has been unbelievable, an unbelievable experience to have a guy who's such a talented guy, such a great guy, a Hall of Fame guy, to be a great person also off the field. So not only he's a Hall of Fame quarterback, but he's a Hall of Fame person. So
if he can get back to the best of his Green Bay days, Rodgers could win a 5th MVP and reclaim his place as an elite NFL quarterback. Number 4, Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals. No one tops Joe Cool when it comes to average annual value. The modern face of the Bengals is averaging a whopping $55 million a year, which is tied with Trevor Lawrence and Jordan Love for the most in the NFL. After leading LSU to a perfect season in 2019, the former Ohio high school star became the #1 overall pick of the 2020 NFL Draft. Burrow has already been to the Super Bowl and has become one of the main AFC rivals for Mahomes. Like Rodgers, a healthy Burrow is due for a big bounce-back year in 2024. Number 3, Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills. Allen is unquestionably the Bills' franchise quarterback, but will he carry Buffalo where Jim Kelly couldn't reach? Kelly made 4 Super Bowls during the Bills' glory days in the 1990s. Allen is still aiming for his first big game. He's impressed since entering the NFL in 2018 as a risky #7 overall pick out of Wyoming. He's already reached the playoffs in 5 seasons, and Buffalo is again a Super Bowl contender. But there's still another level that Allen can reach, and he must get there if he's eventually going to replace Kelly as the best quarterback in Bills history. That starts with topping Mahomes in 2024. Number 2, CJ Stroud, Houston Texans. The reigning Offensive Rookie of the Year made Deshaun Watson forgettable in Houston and suddenly turned the Texans cool again, completing 63.9% of his passes for 4,108 yards, 23 touchdowns, and a 108 rating. Stroud only became sharper as the year progressed, leading the NFL with 273 passing yards per game and propelling the remade Texans to a 45-14 home blowout win over the Cleveland Browns in the AFC wildcard contest. After a 3-4 start and a frustrating road loss to Carolina in Week 8, the Texans finished on a 7-3 run and claimed the AFC South. Stroud finished 8th in NFL MVP voting, made the Pro Bowl, and will enter a new season as one of the most exciting players in the league. He's not on Mahomes' level yet. Number 1, the most talented quarterback in the NFL, not named Patrick Mahomes. Lamar Jackson has already won 2 MVPs and has become the face of the Ravens, despite not being picked into the final selection during the first round of the 2018 NFL Draft.
You know, he's so fantastic in the regular season. He's renowned for his improvisational ability, his speed. You know, fans in London got to see him last year playing at Tottenham. You know, I think when you contrast it to what Patrick Mahomes does, kind of just enough to get the job done, you know, makes the key plays when called upon. That's just something that I think when it comes to the postseason stakes, Lamar Jackson really has to meditate on and think about, because it just feels like when he gets to some of these playoff games, he's trying to win it all by himself, and you can't win playoff games that way.
Since then, Action Jackson has changed the way the QB position is played and has turned dual threat into an asset instead of a hindrance. He also now has Derrick Henry to help carry the weight in Baltimore. Jackson must beat Mahomes when it matters, in the playoffs, and that's been a serious problem. Rodgers, Burrow, Allen, Stroud, and Jackson are staring up at Mahomes in 2024. To reach the Super Bowl in New Orleans, someone must dethrone Mahomes. That's it. Those are the 5 quarterbacks who could take down Patrick Mahomes. You obviously agree or disagree. Get in the comments and respond, and be sure to subscribe and follow talkSPORT's End Zone YouTube page.